As for this piece specifically, I thought it would be interesting to start out with something trying to explore mental health and the experience of mental illness a little bit more. So of course, the natural subject of the work is the brain, which is already a really pretty organ to look at anyway. I ultimately decided to go with the superior, meaning from above view, because for some reason that felt more representative of the thought-generating function of the mind to me than the other views, which made me think more of the anatomy or sensory functions of the brain, but I'm not really sure why. Well, it turns out that the brain was something of an ambitious choice to tackle for my first attempt at this, as it ended up being really mentally challenging to keep all the different gyri, meaning the fleshy, squiggly parts of the brain, and the sulci, meaning the grooves in between, in order. I'm really not much of an artist, so maybe it would have been a little more straightforward for someone with a bit more experience, but I kept getting lost, even trying to outline the brain correctly, let alone fill in the shapes inside. And you'll definitely catch a lot of happy accidents in the video, but I didn't want to edit anything out, as for me that's all just kind of part of the process anyway. I started out with something called the grid method, which is where you divide up an image you want to transpose using a grid, and then use a corresponding grid on whatever you want to copy the image to break the image down into bite-sized chunks and keep it more manageable. I still lost track a lot and had to manually count out grid squares to make sure I was in the right place between pictures, but this definitely helped out a lot, so shout out to my 7th grade art teacher Mr. Cole, who gave me the last formal art education I ever had.